Hello, hello, hello. My name's Sam and this is my reveal video for my lovely collaboration of the Emily dress with the beautiful Dee and Kelly of the Sisters of Stitchcraft. So we managed to get together at the Stitch Festival and we were pretty rubbish vloggers, to be honest. We had a lovely time. We got the lovely Tamlin, who is one of the Northern Soul Sisters, to record our catwalk, which means that the Northern Soul Sisters has had a sneaky peek of our reveal dresses. And what I would like you to do is, after you've watched this video, I want you to nip over to the Northern Soul Sisters, and I'll put the link down below, because they are going to be doing exactly the same as us. So they have already done their kind of what fabric they're going to use video, and then their reveal video will be afterwards. But they have got an exciting discount code. So if you like what you see of mine and Dee's and Kelly's finished Emily dress, then nip over there, grab the code and get yourself a beautiful pattern, because it is a beautiful pattern. So I'm wearing one of mine. My lovely friend here is wearing one that I haven't yet finished. So if you watched our video before, you will have known that I committed myself to 3 Emily dresses because there was 3 different necklines. So this one in the V-neck, this one in the round neck, and I have got another one in a square neck, which I will be magically transforming into for the later part of the video. As you can see, this one's still on my mannequin and it hasn't been finished off yet because I overcommitted myself and I didn't manage to get them finished. But I thought, no, full disclosure, I didn't get it finished. I will at some point. So if you follow me on Instagram, at some point they will all go up on my grid when I have finished them. But I did enjoy making them all. So yes, how did I get on making the Emily's? I should say the Emily's, not the Emily. So the Emily pattern is, if you haven't watched my video before, is by S.O Sew Patterns, and it is absolutely fantastically drafted. So Charlene, you are wonderful. I have to say, I've sewn quite a few patterns. I use a lot of patterns in the workshop. I have a lot of patterns brought into me from my customers that have perhaps difficulty with it. I've seen a lot of patterns, and this one, I have to say, I really, really like. I like everything about it. I like the colourful instructions. I like the fact that they're photographs. I like the fact that they've got a little bit of photographs and a little bit of illustration, so you've got the best of both worlds. I love the detailed instructions. I do understand that some people might not need all of the instructions and they might find them a little bit wordy, but at least they're there if you need them, which is fantastic. So on to the sizing. So the size I decided to go for in the end was I decided to go for the B cup D, because although I am a D cup and I have a difference for the D cup in dressmaking sizes, I had a look at the finished garment sizes and there was a lot of ease around the bust. Now I like a tighter fitting around the bust, so I sized down to the lower cup, and I'm really glad that I did, particularly with the square neck. So it kind of gave me a nice kind of fit around that area, but it wasn't too big everywhere else. So yeah, but apart from that, it was pretty much bang on my body measurements. So yeah, that was for me, it was more of a personal preference of how I like my dresses to fit me around the bust. It was a dream to sew. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I didn't get 3 done, to be honest, because in fact, full disclosure, the reason I didn't get this finished is I cut it all out, and then when I came to cut the peplum pieces, I couldn't find where I'd put the peplum pattern pieces. Oh, say that 3 times fast. The pattern peplum pieces. The peplum pattern pieces. I couldn't find where I'd put them. And so that just kind of stopped play, and then I just got busy doing other things, and I have since found them and I have put them in a safe place. But yeah, just not got around to doing it. So yes, but the actual sewing up of it was amazing. One thing that I will say, and this is just because there are so many options of the neckline, options of the sleeve type, options of the length, is that Charlene in her instructions gives you all of those, you know, it's different instructions for each different bit. What I suggest that you do is, before you go through it, decide which ones you're doing and just get a little highlighter pen or a highlighter pencil and highlight each bits of instructions that you need, and it will just make it a little bit more, you know, if you're someone like me that comes backwards and forwards to your project and perhaps might just lose where you are, if you just have that all in front of you, you'll find it so much easier. But yeah, it's the Emily is definitely one that I'm going to be doing again and again and again. Now, I wasn't too sure on this fabric when I first got it in my subscription box, and it's been hanging around for quite a long time in my stash, but I have to say, in this, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to pop some photos up and the catwalk of me in this dress, and I'll see you in a minute.
That's lush. Fabulous.
Oh, that was so much fun. So stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll show you our full catwalk of me, Dee and Kelly in all of our Emilys. And don't forget, once you've finished watching this video, to go and see Dee and Kelly's video on their Sistas of Stitchcraft channel, which I will link down below, and see how they got on with their Emilys. It was one of the things that I found most interesting, that obviously we all made the same dress, we all had the same pattern, we all made the same dress, and we all looked absolutely different in each of them. And I think you'll agree that I look very different in this one than I did to the other one that I was wearing a few seconds ago. And so this is a really versatile pattern. I think if you were a beginner sewer, it would be a great one for your first occasion dress, because it is a real show-stopping dress, but a really simple sew. So, you know, as long as you had a little bit of help behind you, I think you would be absolutely fine as a beginner sewer. I think if it was your first go, I would probably say to have a go at the square neck. I think maybe that one had the kind of easiest facing to put in. The round neck obviously is quite a nice simple sew, but that has got a fastening at the back, whereas the square neck doesn't have a fastening. So yeah, but to be honest, all three of the necks are, you know, fairly simple, and you would be able to have no problems with at all. So with this version, I went for a slightly longer sleeve. It was still the bishop sleeve, but I had a bit more fabric to play with for this one, so I went for a slightly longer. And as you can see, I just absolutely adore that. The square neck, I've had problems with square necks before. it sits absolutely beautifully, exactly where I want it to be. My narrow shoulders are not an issue at all. It's just the shoulder seams are just sitting here, which is where the end of my shoulders are, which is absolutely perfect. Yeah, and I love it. I've worn this dress now since the Stitch Festival. I've worn it twice. I worn it once for a date night and once for a meal out with some friends, and I can just see it being absolutely staple in my wardrobe. It's great for spring summer weather, but I can see it very easily. There's plenty of room in it. I could pop a polo neck underneath and wear it with tights and boots, and it would be perfect for winter. So I guess what I'm telling you is you need to go and buy the Emily pattern and make yourself an Emily dress, because it's just a super duper pattern. I'm gonna say it might be giving the chalk and notch fringe dress, shock horror, a run for its money. But you know, it is a lovely, lovely dress. So one thing that I would say which would improve it for me would be the addition of pockets. I know pockets aren't for everyone, not everybody loves pockets, but I love a pocket. But that would be a really, really simple thing to do. You get a pocket piece and you could just pop them into the side seams, as easy as. And because it is quite a kind of floaty, flowy skirt, I don't think the pockets would give you too many issues with giving you two, you know, extra hips. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to the lovely Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne for being our videographer when we did the catwalk. I want to say a massive thank you to the absolutely adorable Dee and Kelly. One, for keeping me company over the Stitch Festival weekend, which was absolutely delightful. And also for agreeing to do this collaboration with me. And they've made it really, really easy. You know, they're just such lovely ladies, and it's been an absolutely joy. We've had little Zoom calls, we've had lots of texts, we've had a little WhatsApp group, which I'm hoping will continue because I've really enjoyed chatting with them. And yeah, it's been really, really lovely. And if you're a vlogger and you fancy doing a collaboration with somebody, think of me. Because I love doing this. So if you fancy doing something, then, you know, let me know. Give me an idea and I might go for it. So I'm just going to leave you now with the catwalk from the Stitch Festival. We found a catwalk just outside the hotel. Everyone was sat having breakfast and we were just catwalking. I think that we got a couple of funny looks, but I enjoyed every second. So don't forget to sparkle, and don't forget to go and check out that discount code for the Emily dress on the Northern Soul Sisters vlog. And I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.
Shimmy and twirl.